It's a beautiful summer day. Listen to the birds. It's been a while, I know. I have not been lazy, not at all. I have been working on this again and again and again. But now it has had a fresh MOT. Let me show you what I have been working on. This may look like chaos to some, but this is actually the organized version of my little work corner here. It's also where I get my heat in the winter. But here we have a caliper for the Gordini. It has disc brakes all around. This is a rear caliper. I could get those quite easily and rather inexpensive, so I just changed them because I had them already bought them just in case. And as it turned out, these were literally stuck in both sides, so yeah, that was the easy part. But these are 32 millimeters in the piston. The ones in the front are almost identical, apart from that they don't have this. This is for the handbrake mechanism. So, and then the pads are also different. I also learned that the hard way. I learned a lot of things the hard way. But the pads have a similar size, but the ones for the front have a kind of a holder in. It doesn't hold anything, but let's do it the easy way. The ones for the rear are slim, and the ones for the front have something on the back side, so you can't interchange them. So I have done a lot of fettling. You need to have the right clearance and everything. It's not a bolt-on caliper. It's simply hold on by two clamps and then some small rubber pieces to stop them from vibrating. I can put in some pictures of that. But yeah, no wonder this didn't work. It is extremely black and dirty. But some of the things that I learned that I could show you. I know it's dirty, but right there the piston has a mark, and that equals, I don't think you can see it, but there's this is sort of a compression ring in the end, and it has an opening, and that opening has to, when you put it together, has to point towards where you what is that in English? Where you take out the air, the bleeding screw, which in this case is snapped. Another reason why I changed the caliper. It's only this one that snapped, so but of course I changed both sides. And if the marking on the piston doesn't point towards the bleeder screw, you can't really take out the air. So yeah, I can tell you that that certainly works for me, because I got twice the effect on the pedal when I did that on the last caliper. So yeah, but lots of things to pay attention. It's a bit special because this simply goes through here, and is there's a nut outside holding it. So bit special setup. There's a small copper washer here that makes it tight from the inside, so there's no washer from the outside, just a nut. So you can see it here like that. So yeah, rather special setup. I have never seen them before, but I'm getting more and more used to putting them together. And apparently there are different gaskets, O-rings, there are round and flat ones, and I thought that one of the faults was that the what do you call it, the edge that or groove that it's lying in was completely flat. So I thought that maybe the reason why one of my front calipers was leaking was that it had the wrong O-ring, but no. I have learned yesterday that if this marker here is round, it uses a round O-ring, and if this is more square, it uses the flat one. But another way you can see it is that in here, you can see this is all dirty, but to use the flat one, it has to rise up towards the end so that the rear edge on or the back side of the groove would be higher. That way you can use the flat one, but yeah. So a lot of possible variations on this one. Yeah. I'm not sure, you should ask me if you have any questions, but yeah. You need to know a lot of tricks, that's for sure. Now, I have taken one of my front calipers off numerous times. I don't know if you do it, but one of the things that I thought was rather clever, that if I keep the old hoses that I replaced, just keep the end, and then instead of draining the system completely, I can assure you it's all fresh brake fluid. Everything has been changed now. So this substitutes as the hose that is hanging on the car, and then instead of clamping the hose numerous times, I just had this other end and simply put that on and then clamped the end instead. So that way I just an old useless hose, or in this case not useless, I clamp this one over and over again and avoid draining the system 10 times. So yeah, that's just a small trick, but of course you have to have the right hoses, but yeah, so that's why I keep my ends. And I can tell you that Renault Gordini uses 3/8 instead of millimeters for hoses. Of course it has to be different. Yeah. So I think that is enough about Hydrokid calipers for all Renaults. But now I hope to do something that I'm not pushed for time. I just might have bought a newer classic, semi-classic, but I'll do a video on that. So, any questions on the brakes? Yeah, ask me, and if you're lucky, I can actually answer. See you.